Hey peeps, Sarah from Sparrow Springs here with my husband, David. And I asked him questions about what he thinks about my job as an artist. So I have prepared some questions for my husband, and he has done likewise, just to give you guys an idea of what he thinks about my job as an artist. So what is your favorite medium that I work in, and why?
My favorite medium that you work in, that would have to be your pencils. I really like your pencils because they are very realistic, and you are very good at drawing things.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
I should hope so if I'm getting paid to do it.
Especially when you do horses, since...
You like it when I do horses?
Yeah, because that's what you usually always draw, so... My first question, did it hurt?
What?
Did it hurt when you fell out of heaven? What drew you to art in the first place?
Oh boy. Well, I guess I can't really necessarily say that it was like the whole I've been drawing since I was a kid, because I mean, doesn't everybody kind of draw when they're a kid? I was just good at it, and people would compliment me a lot, and so I kept going. And it was also beneficial in the sense of I liked that it made people happy, so I like to draw things to make people happy. Do you wish that I made more stuff for the house, and what would you want?
I would say more stuff. I would say not necessarily. We kind of keep it simple in the house. But for what I want, maybe that the tree would be nice. The
tree.
Plaster tree.
Oh, the tree that I was going to do 5 years ago.
That would be nice. And I don't know, you had mentioned when we first got married you wanted to do a mural on one of the walls in a house that we get. So that would be cool. We have kind of a water theme in this room, and so that would be kind of cool to do maybe a ship or something at sea. Yeah. Maybe a dragon. Ooh, get a castle in the background. You can get the dragon and the ship can be on fire. People can be running out, jumping in the water. Maybe sharks eating the people as they jump in the water. Ooh, and a lightning storm. That would be awesome. Maybe different colors like purple lightning and green lightning to make it look crazy, and maybe a tornado in the background.
I think you're overestimating my skill set.
Nah. How did you kind of answered this in the last one, but kind of like a progression of how you got started.
Well, I started with Crayola.
Okay.
If we're talking my earliest memories of all my progression, I guess I remember I was just really good at the different crafts and stuff in school, and I had a couple things that were the teachers wanted to keep some of my art projects as examples in the future. And I don't think I really got serious about it until I was 13, and I started drawing pictures of my dog. And then that was kind of when I got into the pencil art and trying to make things more realistic. And
made your uncle cry?
I did make my uncle cry. After that is I think when I turned 15 is when I had my first book cover published, so that's it kind of kept going from there. Okay. Do I spend too much time or not enough time on my business?
Most of the time I'm at work. I would say that you keep it. You tell me quite a bit how much you worked each day. So I would say, and again, you do get distracted a lot. So I would say maybe not enough time in many points. Other times, I would say when you get on certain rants, you can go on for hours and hours and hours researching and doing things and side projects and stuff. So I would say in that aspect, if there's anything in the business that you come up to that you just takes you, then I'd say too much time. But okay. most of the time I'd say not enough time.
Okay.
To be honest.
Fair enough.
Do you have any objectives in your life with your art?
Objectives. I've always liked teaching people. So I think at some point I would like to make an online course, maybe specifically for like Photoshop stuff. Just because I feel like Photoshop, I mean, I've been doing stuff in Photoshop since I was like 15. So I think that's probably the thing that I know the most, but also drawing. Drawing's good. And anything else, I guess I'd like to make some sort of consistent income with my art at some point. Am I a hoarder?
Are you a hoarder? I would say you're a lot less so now, because I have tried my hardest to tame that down, and actually even there was a point where you were taking things in, and I said, look, if you're going to take things in before you get it, find out, okay, where in the house is this going to go, and is it going to fit in the house, or is it just going to be clutter and sit on the side? And I think that rule of thumb has really toned you down quite a bit, and then now it's sometimes it turns into me being more of a hoarder than you, but
that
so
could be true.
As far as you being a hoarder, I'd say not necessarily, no.
Okay.
Do you have any interests other than art?
Horses.
Horses?
I like horses.
Lots of horses.
Yes. I like going to church. I like playing music. I like music a lot. I have a lot of instruments that I don't play. I can play, but I don't. I like nature and going for walks with you.
Aw. And Wookie.
And Wookie. And I like my child. He's kind of cute.
Yes, he is.
What is something you think I need to work on?
Staying on task.
I got better.
You won't be stone dead in a moment. All right. I'd say really scheduling yourself.
Yeah.
And keeping to a schedule.
Yeah.
Self-discipline.
I'm working on it.
You are. You need to work on it, so it's good. Do you have any art-related interesting stories that pop in your head often when you think about art?
Mostly, this is awful. The ones that probably pop in my head the most are like my nightmare customers, where I did something either for free or for very, very cheap.
Yeah.
And it was never enough. It was like edit after edit after edit after edit, and no exaggeration. I think there was one I probably did anywhere from like 20 to 30 edits, and I didn't ever charge them more. So, yeah. Do I take critique well?
I think so. Yeah. Usually, sometimes I think I'm a little bit harsh with my critique with you, and so it comes off like, okay, is there anything good that you like about this piece? Oh, yeah, it's a great piece. I was just saying these one or two things that I went on a rant for like 10 minutes about. But no, as far as taking critique, well, I think so. Yes.
I'm actually surprised you say I take it well, because
Yeah.
I thought I didn't.
You're good.
Okay.
I am horrible at taking critique. I take everything personally. Do you have art favorites, pieces, artists, or mediums?
Specific artists, I can't really think of a whole lot of people off the top of my head. There's one classical painter that I really like. It starts with a B. It's some really weird, long German name, but I can't remember the name of it.
You don't remember any pieces that he did?
No.
No.
See, this is me. I don't
German
remember.
guy.
I don't remember names, but I remember what it looked like.
Okay.
He was an oil painter, and he had like these really soft kind of color palettes, but everything was like hyper realistic. So I have a thing for realism. As far as favorite mediums, I think it's changed over the years. Pencil used to be my top favorite, and honestly right now I'm kind of getting more into like watercolor and ink, but my least favorite is probably acrylic.
Really?
Well, it's okay, but I think it's just because that's what people want me to do all the time. So I get kind of sick of it.
I have done a lot of acrylic.
Yeah. If you could be proficient in any art form, what would it be?
I would say I really would like to be proficient in oil paint. I really like the look of oil paints, and I guess that's just what my dad always had. So I always kind of looked towards those paintings, and I wanted to do that. But yeah.
We'll have to maybe try that.
Is there anything I haven't asked that you want to say?
No.
Okay. One last one. Are you available tonight?
All right, peeps, that's all. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the description for my email list to keep up to date on stuff. And we'll see you later, peeps. Yeah. Okay, next question. So I have prepared some questions. What?
We're good. Just go. What am I
Right
looking
here.
at? The dot
There's
on
a
there?
little dot right there.